Have you ever wondered why we vomit? It's one of those bodily functions we often don't think about until it happens to us or someone around us. But vomiting, or emesis as it's known scientifically, serves a crucial purpose in our bodies. To understand why we vomit, we have to look at our brain, as in the back of it lies what we could describe as a vomiting control center. Its main function is to try to determine if we've ingested something we should stop ingesting. This vomiting control center uses various channels of information to make a decision. However, none of these resources are entirely reliable. The primary source of information for deciding whether to vomit is the bloodstream. If we've ingested something toxic, it will quickly spread from the stomach into our bloodstream. That's why specialized cells in the vomiting control center are constantly examining samples from nearby capillaries. If they detect elevated levels of toxins or pathogens in the blood, the vomiting control center will initiate an effort to rid the body of the poison. However, there are various ways for substances to enter your bloodstream, so things like chemotherapy, medications, and certain viruses can reach your blood without passing through the stomach. In these situations, you may experience vomiting, although it doesn't contribute to eliminating the problem. Another source of information that your vomiting control center uses is your level of nausea. When you're in a potentially dangerous situation, such as ingesting foul-smelling food or consuming hallucinogenic mushrooms, your nervous system reacts by sending waves of nausea. Typically, these unpleasant sensations are enough to deter you from continuing risky activities. Nevertheless, if your nausea levels reach a critical point, your vomiting control center will intervene to empty your stomach contents and prevent any further harm. There are various situations unrelated to food that your body interprets as potential dangers. For example, riding a roller coaster or having to speak in front of a large audience can generate nausea and therefore trigger a vomiting episode. The last source of information your vomiting control center uses comes from the vagus nerve, which evaluates the state of your stomach. The vagus nerve connects your intestines directly to your brain and transmits details about how full your stomach is. If you've overeaten or if there's any obstruction, your stomach sends out an alert signal. Then, the vomiting control center tries to relieve that pressure by inducing vomiting to prevent permanent damage to your digestive system. During pregnancy, some hormones can confuse the body and make the brain think the stomach is full, even if it's not. Despite this, the body continues to vomit repeatedly, as these hormones have nothing to do with food and remain in the body after vomiting, causing pregnant women to vomit constantly and for no apparent reason. Another situation of vomiting caused by the vagus nerve is the connection between headaches and the intestines. Nausea and vomiting often occur with migraine attacks. By the way, did you know there's a phobia called emetophobia? It involves a fear of vomiting or witnessing someone else do it. Interesting, isn't it? Speaking of interesting things, there are several reasons for vomiting, but one of the most curious is empathetic vomiting. If people around you are vomiting, it's a sign they might have been poisoned. And if you're near people who have just been poisoned, there's a chance they all ate the same thing, and your vomiting control center makes you vomit too, just in case. The same goes for smells. When someone starts feeling nauseous because they've smelled something rotting, this feeling spreads, and even if you're not smelling anything, you start feeling nauseous too. Now you know why we vomit. So next time you're overindulging and feel like vomiting wants to come out, just think that your body is being very wise in detecting alcohol as a harmful invader, and it's doing everything it can to get it out of your body as quickly as possible. Let me know in the comments what other causes of vomiting you've experienced. And don't forget to like the video, share it, and subscribe to the channel. Goodbye!